As we begin the new dawn of Captain Bruno, Manchester United has been placed under Højlund alert. We will talk about that, but as well, we get some updates concerning the pre-season tour that is about to be launched as Man United gets ready to take on Arsenal. Welcome to the hotspot. My name is Webb, and here we are again to burn you with the hottest news concerning Manchester United. It's an exciting day. It's a good day full of updates concerning Manchester United, and of course, a lot to expect. But guys, it's a new dawn of a new captain, and why don't I go ahead and wear the captain's armband? I will be your Captain Bruno for the next about 10 or 15 minutes. Trust me, I will lead you right, not like Harry Maguire. Let's get into it. Guys, subscribe if you haven't, but call everyone you care about and tell them the hotspot is where the new captain is. Let's get straight into it now. Guys, Manchester United has named Bruno Fernandes as the new captain. It has been confirmed as Bruno now fully replaces Harry Maguire, who has been wearing the captain's armband. It was confirmed, of course, earlier on a few weeks ago by Maguire himself, and it's a report we gave you here quite a number of weeks ago, but it was confirmed by Maguire himself that he was stripped of the captaincy the moment he returned from that pre-season, rather from the off-season where he was on break and trying to work hard to see that he retains his armband. Erik ten Hag had already made up his mind that Harry Maguire is no longer fit enough to wear the biggest armband in football globally. Now, Bruno Fernandes, many have been peeping him. He has been wearing it for the longest time, even before this confirmation, but he has been pending that confirmation that he's now the man now, the new Don, the new boss, Bruno Fernandes. After joining Man United in 2020, Bruno Fernandes has scored about 64 goals and contributed over 50 assists in 185 games, making him a mainstay in the middle of the pack for Manchester United. Of course, a few times he has played wide on the right, but he's mostly playing through the central axis. Bruno, I will say, guys, and I've had this debate with people trying to, tell me otherwise. I think Bruno Fernandes is the most talented player at Manchester United right now. I think he is the most talented player at United. He's a leader. He's got a character. He's the guy who greets everyone when he returns from pre-season. He's shaking hands with video men, all the staff of the club. He's got quite a character. My only disquiet with him being captain was never about his leadership abilities, but mostly about him being so talented that I felt the armband could perhaps limit him a bit in terms of expressing himself. But it's nothing new for him. He has won it before, and indeed he has been the unofficial captain of those troops. And here we go. He has been confirmed by the boss, Erik ten Hag. So Bruno is the boss. So for those who thought that the arrival of Mason Mount means that Bruno was going to be displaced, and he is the real boss in the middle of the pack for Manchester United. Now I'm looking at Bruno leading Casemiro and Mason Mount. I'll tell you, that's a midfield that's going to win battles of football. And trust me, we've got every reason to cheer behind the new captain as we do go to front a powerful a battalion to take on Manchester City and Arsenal, who are also doing their work quite steadily. So that's where we are. The new dawn is looking good. I mean, if you're captain, if you're confirmed as captain, and you've got Andre Onana in goal, you've got Rafael Varane and Lisandro Martinez in your backline, Luke Shaw on your left. You've got Marcus Rashford on up front. You've got Casemiro next to you in midfield. You've got Mason Mount. You've got Rasmus Højlund, who we'll talk about in a bit. You feel, I think, as a captain, you're leading an able group of troops. And as a captain, the quality of the players you're leading is also important. It's going to also help you, execute your job well. I mean, if you're leading, fake troops, you're going to be heavy laden, because the captain's job is not really an easy one. You can't ask Harry Maguire if you doubt it. So, guys, Bruno Fernandes is the new captain. No surprise, of course, he will feel like he has got more leadership around him. In goal, Onana, he's a leader, a Champions League finalist. You've got the back line with 2 World Cup winners. You've got a midfield of multiple Champions League winners. You feel it is going to be a solid match-war team, and again, that shows you how good a character Bruno Fernandes is if he's been entrusted with that armband. It's a heavy armband to put on, but trust me, it's nothing that Bruno Fernandes cannot manage. He was the captain of Sporting Lisbon anyway, so we won't dwell so much on that. So Bruno, big congratulations. Of course, there is high expectations in the new look Manchester United under Ten Hag, and whatever he's doing is looking tick. No doubt about that. Now, the issue now for United is concerning that man. You see, Rasmus Højlund. Now, Manchester United are planning to make an initial bid for Rasmus Højlund after agreeing personal terms with the player weeks ago. It was known that we've been in verbal conversations with Atalanta to try and see how much we should table a bid in. Officially, and it was clear they don't want any player additions. They want cash and add-ons. That's what they will listen to. So United are putting together their first bid for Rasmus Højlund. It's expected to be in the region of about 45 or 50 million euros plus add-ons, including add-ons, but they're expected to put it in, register it in either tomorrow or the day after. And this bid is one that is going to, of course, be so important, because this is the most difficult position that Man United has got to sort, and they have got to be so serious about it. The only impediment to the progress of this deal is the fact that, first of all, Atalanta want a lot of money. That is one, and so many people like you and I and many of us have felt Rasmus Højlund might not be exactly worth the 60 to 70 million euros that Atalanta want for him. But remember, he's perhaps the one-eyed among the blind. I mean, if you look around now, which available strikers are there that are a bit affordable? He's perhaps the best of the few, the best of the lot. Now, Paris Saint-Germain, now this is where the rush has got to come in. Paris Saint-Germain have been in contact with Rasmus Højlund's representatives, the same representatives of Eric Ten Hag, by the way. They have been in contact as well with Paris Saint-Germain, and Paris Saint-Germain are just trying to get to sort the Kylian Mbappe. The advantage for United now is the fact that PSG are still stuck on what to do with Kylian Mbappe and let go of him, how they're going to let go of him, trying to see how legally they can settle on both parties. Them and Mbappe are settled and they part ways in peace. That's what is delaying them. I'm thinking when they sort that, even if it's tomorrow, the next day they could table a bid for Rasmus Højlund. And for United, who looking for money, to save money here, sell this player to be able to finance this move and buy another, you think we might get challenges, because first of all, our money is little. Our valuation of the player is a little lower. You would think PSG will easily pay the 60 million euros, because it's forward departments are key departments for them to sort. If they are losing Kylian Mbappe and Messi, and perhaps Neymar not happy, could leave as well. So you get the sense that PSG could actually, come in there and hijack the same way Bayern came and hijacked Kim Min-jae. So this is something we've got to be cautious of. So that's why we've got to make moves fast. But the issue is we do not have the money to give us the confidence to proceed and make bids. So right now, what United are doing is trying to see where they're going to get the funds to even go and make a logical, reasonable initial bid for the player. So it's a tricky situation we are in. But, something has got to be done. I mean, we are Manchester United. Even if you don't have the cash, you've got to be able to go out there and say, you know what, we are Manchester United. The player Højlund wants to play for United. It's been the dream club for him. Go ahead and place the bid and, promise them to pay them in installments and all. Of course, some clubs, like Atalanta, you'd expect, do not exactly want to listen to prolonged, payment structures. They want things to be done in just under a year. They're able to get their money. I'm sure United should be able to get the money in under a year. I don't think the Glazers will be around 1 year from now, first of all. So you get a feeling that something can be done. But we have got to be wary of Paris Saint-Germain. They are planning. They are just trying to sort Kylian Mbappe, because it seems they're going to part ways. After that, Rasmus Højlund is one of the top players they are looking at as they do try to rebuild their side. So that's a bit of a threat for Manchester United. But that's where we are. No doubts United will proceed and bid for him. We've got a backup in Randall Kolo Muani, who we've been talking about. The issue with Muani as well is a bit overpriced by Frankfurt, but also is not your natural number 9. So you feel, unless we are going to sell Jadon Sancho and we are looking at Muani as coming in as a winger, and then we play with the false 9, maybe Marcus Rashford, or we do the right thing and bring back Mason Greenwood, and then we chill out on Rasmus Højlund. The truth is, Randall Kolo Muani is not a natural number 9. He's a forward, he's attacking, he scores goals, he assists, but he's not your natural number 9 like Rasmus Højlund. So that's a bit of a tricky situation there that we find ourselves trapped in as Manchester United. Now, I do remind you that this Saturday we officially launch the preseason tour. That's why Eric Ten Hag was quick to go on and name a captain as we launch officially the preseason tour against, of course, the first game against Arsenal on Saturday. We have a new captain and I think a new look team. Most of the other players are going to be joining in. The players who were on holiday, I've been telling you, they are expected to return in the second week of this month of July, so they will be returning. The players who played in the international window. So it's going to be busy. It's going to be busy in New York. Certainly, the team is already there. Andre Onana is expected to join them by tomorrow. He should be with them. Don't be surprised if Onana plays a few minutes in that game against Arsenal. So it's going to be a busy next couple of weeks for Manchester United, both on the pitch but also off it in terms of transfer business. So keep your eyes glued, your fingers, of course, touching one thing, your notification button, so that you're able to get each update as it does come through here on the hotspot. With me, Web Daniel Sevachije, your number one Man United supporter. Now, speaking of transfers still, Sofian Amrabat is still on. I know he's not featuring a lot in the papers, not because there is nothing going on about him. Don't be surprised, by the way, if when we finish sorting the striker, quickly after that, Sofian Amrabat will be joining in. Or even, we could actually get Amrabat before we get the striker, because I do believe, whereas the striking position is so important, I think it is more difficult for us to sort because of the lack of money. We've got to sell the Freds of this world, the Dean Hendersons of this world, the Tony Van de Beeks of this world, the Maguires of this world, if we are going to get money to finance Rasmus Højlund. But the striking position is what is more difficult for United to sort. Amrabat can cost us about £25 million. That's money we can raise here and there. So that's the elephant in the room, is the striker. But Amrabat is still top on the radar, because Eric Ten Hag knows that with a new captain, with Casemiro in the midfield, you need a backup for him if you're going to lead a proper troop, if you're going to rebuild this team properly. So he knows, like you and I do know, that United needs a backup for Casemiro, and there is a plan for that. My plan is stop it right here and see you later. Keep it the hotspot.